is Tuesday. I hope you had yourself a good Monday. I do apologize for not uploading on Monday. I had to go take one of my pets to the vet, but we are done with that. And we're doing this video today where Monday was supposed to be. Now, we're looking at one of them lovely sovereign citizens again. Because I just cannot get enough of them. But if you are new to my channel, I do take requests, okay? I run the gambit. Doesn't matter what it is. You want me to react to it, just send it my way, and I'll do that. But, because I am Captain Fly by the seat of my pants here. All right, I just find a video, throw it up. I try to keep the deck shuffled so I'm not showing one thing over and over and over again so much to the point where it gets stale. I like to shuffle the deck. But, we're going to be looking at one of these Sovereign Citizen episodes. We're going in blind, but I do know this guy is going to get himself arrested.
First you stop. This is what I'm asking you. So you did not present any warrant. You didn't present to me that there was a crime. You didn't present to me anything. You didn't read me my Miranda rights, and I have a right to remain silent.
Sir, I'm sorry, but
at
you
this
have no
very,
idea what you're talking
but
about
at this,
right now,
yes,
okay?
Listen, are you recording this?
Yes, I
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Now we're asking you right now: did we commit any criminal offense? We're
created a traffic offense.
okay. Now is that a crime? We're talking about a commercial issue. So.
Yes, it's okay, again, if you don't know what these sovereign citizens are about, they believe that the state's a corporation, that's a policy enforcer, that person is not actually enforcing any law. You know, the state's a corporation, it's not a physical entity, there's no party to be hurt, and, you know, and he somehow thinks as long as he is not traveling in commerce, that he does not require a license to drive, which we all know it's a bunch of bullshit. You have to have license, registration, and proof of insurance to drive a car.
Listen,
to a crime hinder by not giving me your information.
That is not true.
Okay, yes,
so again, that is not true. So now you're fabricating probable cause. You're fabricating probable cause. Okay. You're talking about a motor vehicle issue, and you're trying to convert that into that of a crime. That is a traffic commercial issue. Now, under the delegation of legislature, listen, have you presented a warrant? Do you have a warrant? Do you have?
Yes, apparently cops must have warrants at all times in order to make any kind of arrest.
A warrant? Do you have a warrant?
I'm asking you a question.
Do you have a warrant? I'm asking you a question. Do you have a warrant? You can call your supervisor. We want to see your supervisor.
I'm calling nobody.
Yeah, I love that. You know, them sovereign citizens, man, they're the Karens of the sovereign citizen world. I will speak to your supervisor. Let me speak to your supervisor. I demand to speak to your supervisor. Like that's actually gonna change anything. Like that's going to change the fact that you did a traffic infraction, right? You know, the supervisor's going to show up, you're going to be like, well, I know he did a traffic infraction, just let him go. That ain't how it works, bitch. That ain't how it works. Come on now.
We're going to see your supervisor. All right, we're not, listen, are you looking to utilize that documentation for your personal financial uses? I am not here to contract with you. So you made a presumption, and you have not presented any probable cause of injury. You haven't presented.
Okay, does it look like that he's wanting to hire you to haul fucking groceries? No! I love that. It's like, I'm not entering any contract with you. I'm not for a hire. They're not asking you for a job. They want your license, registration, and proof of insurance because you did a traffic infraction. They're not offering you a job, stupid!
And the injured party. So I'm asking you this question. Is there a criminal offense? You have not stated a claim of a criminal offense. You continue to...
Do me a favor, get out of the car.
No, listen, we're not getting out of our automobile. We're asking you to call your... We're looking... We didn't escalate anything. We're asking you...
Yes, remember, that's his vessel. That's not an automobile.
We're asking you a question. We're asking you a question.
Okay.
Go and call your supervisor.
I do this every day.
Call your supervisor.
We're going to take it to court after you get arrested and charged.
Charge with what? You haven't presented any probable cause.
I'm not explaining anymore.
You presented a traffic matter, not a probable cause issue. Do you have a warrant for an arrest? And do you have an affidavit? Do you have an affidavit? Do you have an affidavit to support this claim?
You targeted us.
You targeted us, exactly. So exactly. We have you on camera. Listen, listen. Listen. We're asking you, was anybody in violation of a crime?
Listen,
we're asking you for anybody in violation of a crime.
You did a traffic infraction, dipshit. But again, you know, that state is just a corporation, not a real person. There's no physical body that was harmed, and he's just a policy enforcer. Ugh. It's painful. This is painful, man.
We're asking you, was there a crime? So you have not, at this very point, you said we're not under arrest. You already said that. This is a traffic offense, but yet you haven't read any Miranda rights.
Sir,
keep going. You're gonna get that arrested. Oh, and cops are not legally obligated in some states to automatically read your Mirandas. Okay, you sit there watching too much of them cop shows on TV. They don't always have to read you the Miranda. It depends on what state you are in. They don't have to read you that shit. They can read it to you after you're arrested and they're questioning you.
Nevertheless, you haven't presented any warrant. Nevertheless, you have not even attached a valid affidavit of evidence for a claim of an injury. No, we're not. Call your supervisor. We're asking you to call your supervisor. Under arrest for what?
You're hindering not giving me your information.
That is fine. That is fine. That is fine. It is no law that states that I have to surrender my documentation. I have a right to remain silent. I have a right to remain silent.
Yeah, see, there are only few laws that they obey. The ones that work in favor of them.
Okay, then remain silent, get out of the car.
All right. You haven't even met no Miranda rights.
You're going to be forced out of the car.
No,
continue
I'm going to break this window and pull you out of the car.
Do not break my window. Are you threatening to use physical violence? Are you now you're escalating it. We're asking you simple questions, and we're asking you to wait for your supervisor to come here so we can resolve this issue. And you have not presented a warrant. You haven't 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 presented an affidavit to support your warrant. You said that there wasn't a crime. You said that I wasn't even under arrest, but yet you tried to convert a traffic offense into that of a crime. You're here you're here under duress, under terrorism, trying to compel people.
Yes, he a terrorist. That cop is trying to do his job, but he a terrorist.
Here, in the private conveyance of their private automobile that haven't committed any alleged...
Whoa! Whoa! You said automobile. I thought you're not in an automobile. Oops! Oops! Oops. I thought that's not an automobile. Here you are calling it that. See, this is how you know these people are bullshit.
Offense, and you haven't presented any alleged offense. You haven't even, nonetheless, you have not even read the Miranda rights, which you need to in order to validate any alleged arrest. You have a right to remain silent.
Get out of the car, please.
You have a right to. You have a right.
It's fine. You
have a right.
All you want. You're under
Listen,
arrest.
you have a right to be duly. You have a right to be duly notified of any alleged arrest or complaint of any issue. Okay. This is under the Fifth Amendment. This is standing on the Fifth Amendment.
Okay.
Okay? You have not presented anything validating by the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution of Article 7 of the Bill of...
Which is it? Is it the Fifth or the Fourth? Get your fucking constitutional rights straight, jackass. This is how you know this is bullshit. He can't even cite the right fucking amendment that he's trying to get off on. First it was the Fifth, now it's the Fourth. Which is it?
Rights that there was a crime, but nevertheless you're purporting this traffic offense, and I said, am I operating in commerce? You have not validated that, so I'm not here to contract with you. Nevertheless, you have presumed, but nevertheless you have not presented an alleged probable cause.
Just yank him out already. Just fucking break that shit and yank him out. Come on.
Offense of a criminal offense, of a felony. You have not done such. So we've been on the side of the road this whole time asking you specific questions, and you, under color of law, have under duress terrorism trying to confiscate documentation for your own financial benefit. Now, again, the next question is: are you looking to utilize?
One last chance to get out of the car by yourself.
Are you looking to utilize?
One last chance to get out of the car by yourself.
Okay. Now, are you threatening me?
Take your hands
out
of
your
pockets.
Are you threatening me?
Take your hands out of your pockets.
Okay, here.
Take your hand out of your
No,
pocket.
he's not taking
Listen.
Get out of the
Since they're threatening me.
Get out of the car.
I don't have to get out of the car because I haven't presented.
Get out of the car right now.
Listen.
We're breaking this window and pulling you out.
For what? No, you're not going to break my vehicle.
Yeah, you're supervisor.
Get your supervisor here. You are not. So now you're using terroristic threats.
Supervisor.
Right,
Listen,
get out of
by
the car.
duress, look.
Get out of the car. No, it's too late for your license.
No. You.
Are they doing this shit in front of their kid? Scaring the crap out of them. I mean, over what? A $50, $60 ticket?
Not going to do anything. You haven't committed. No.
But again, this is the hill they have to die on. They got to die on that fucking hill because again, the state's a corporation. He's just a policy enforcer, and he does not recognize that state have any power over him in any way, shape, or form. He's on the land. He's not in the land. You know, this is not an automobile, even though he said it was an automobile. He's doing this shit in front of his kids, man.
Don't touch my automobile. Don't touch my automobile. We have been looking at this information here this whole entire time. Don't say anything.
It's okay.
We're not breaking my window. What you have doing under duress, we asked you certain pertinent information, and you have not validated any probable cause. You have not validated probable cause. I'm not getting. Where's your supervisor? Get off of my window. Get off of my window. Get off of my window. Hold this. Keep filming. Get off of my window.
Do not do that.
Keep filming. Keep filming.
Get out.
See, there's their fucking ID. There's their fucking ID, man.
Get off of my window. Get off of my window.
Stop.
Get off of my window.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Get out of the
It's
car.
okay. Do not be aggressive and violent with my husband. Do not. Do not. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. You do not. Okay. Get off of him. Get off of him. He didn't do anything wrong. He did nothing wrong. He did nothing wrong. They won't calm down until you get off of their father. He didn't do anything wrong.
All could have been avoided. All of it could have been avoided. Didn't have to be like this. All he had to do was hand over his credentials. He would have got a ticket. What? 80? $100? He could have fought that shit in court. That's where you're supposed to fight tickets. You don't fight tickets on the street. You fight them in court.
I can't because their father is being attacked. How can I calm them down? Their father is being attacked. We didn't do anything wrong. We were targeted. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you.
All right, so that is the video for today. Now, I did go in blind. I didn't know that it was going to end up like this with the kids screaming all over the place, all right? It could have all been avoided. It could have all been avoided. All you had to do was just give him license, registration, proof of insurance. Would have got a ticket. Would have been on his way. But, once again, them sovereign citizens have to have that crazy hill that they got to die on. You know, the state is a corporation, not an entity, therefore none of those laws apply, and they're just, you know, cops are just policy enforcers. But I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you people tomorrow on Wednesday. And until then, have yourself a wonderful day.